Hello and thank you for joining us today. We are talking about Bible prophecy and how when you read the Bible, the literal text will show you what it's going to be like at the end times. And it's following it like a trail of breadcrumbs or something. You'll look up and realize that we are in the end times. So let's begin. We're going to go over just a little bit of review and then we're going to get to something new. So we'll start off with 2 Timothy 3. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So this section tells us what the last days will be like. Now we're going to skip down to what is verse 8. Now, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. That tells us what the people of the last days will be doing. We just got to take it literally, and you'll see as we walk through this, it specifically tells us what to expect. It says, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these resist the truth. So who are Jannes and Jambres? They were the magicians of Egypt. And if we go to Exodus 7, we can see the account there. It says, then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. In yellow, it says, they also did in like manner with their enchantments. That is what they did. It says, we just read that it says, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these being the people of the last days, they will resist the truth. And we see that what Jannes and Jambres did is they also did in like manner with their enchantments. That is what they did, which caused them to cast down their rod, and they became serpents. They were doing in like manner with their enchantments to what Moses did. But the people of the last days, they're not going to resist Moses. They will resist the truth. It says, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these, the people of the last days, resist the truth. So what is the truth? Jesus is the truth. In John it tells us this. Jesus saith unto them, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. He is the truth. He is literally the way. It's the only way to get to God. He is the life, and he is literally the truth. He is the truth that they resist. And what else is he? He is the true vine. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. That's John 15. Now we go down a couple verses to 5. It says, I am the vine, ye the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. This is the pattern. This is the pattern of This is the pattern of Christ. This is the pattern of the truth. And in the last days, they will do in like manner with their enchantments to resist that truth, to resist the truth of Christ. So, what is the truth? We just saw that Jesus is the truth. He says, I am the vine. He said, I am the truth. This is the truth that they resist. But he's not just the vine. He's also the foundation. In Isaiah 28, we see that, and in other verses as well. A foundation, a stone, a precious corner. He's the cornerstone. He's the sure foundation. He is also the light of the world. So he's the vine, he's the foundation, he's the precious corner, he's the light of the world. That is the truth that they resist. That is the truth. Jesus is the truth, and he is all those things. So what have they done in the last days? It says, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these resist the truth. And we can see it. We can see it all around us that is what they have done. They have resisted the truth. They have done in like manner with their enchantments, and they have done it following the pattern set in the Word of God. So when we look at in the history books, when we look at the past, we can see that they have done this. This is a chart that I had from, if you look at the top, it says Genesis 15:13. This is where God told Abram that his people, the seed of Abraham, would be in a land not theirs for 400 years. And then Moses would come, and then the judgment would come. And that is when the magicians resisted Moses at that point after the 400 years. And we see the same thing in our time. If you look near the bottom of the page, the arrow near the bottom, Columbus, 1492, 400 years later, we get the World's Columbian Exposition, a celebration of those 400 years. And it said it would be like this. It said, as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so will they resist the truth. And what happened at the World's Columbian Exposition? What happened? Electricity at the fair. Electricity was the big attraction. They built an entire city and electrified it. They built their city and called it the Magic City. They built the city. They built a huge statue. This was the second largest statue in America at the time, the statue. And what is in the statue's hand? A rod. You can see it right there, a rod. What does that symbolize? That shows what they are doing. They are casting down their rods. They are pushing back against the truth because it is the last days, and they are pushing back against the truth of Christ. Who is pushing back? The wizards, the electrical wizards of the modern era, the Jannes and Jambres of our time. It says they would do it, and they are actually called wizards. So we see this. We see the pattern. We see the 400 years. We see that it's wizards that did this. Electrical wizards. Wizards, they were called wizards. You can't make it up. It said that's what would happen in the Bible, and that is what we see. So what is their accomplishments? What is the rod that they cast down? What has it become? When we look at what their world built, the electricity, they built the vine. They built the vine of Sodom, the fields of Gomorrah. They built the vine that we are now the branches in. We are in the middle of this electric vine. We are in the middle of the vine of Sodom. And when you look, we are the branches in it because we are the ones that connect the vine, the electrical vine, to the fruit. The fruit of the vine are all the devices, and we have produced much fruit. We have heaped the fruit up to the heaven. We have heaped treasure together for the last days. So we have made a vine. We are the branches in the vine. We have produced much fruit with the vine, and without the vine, we can do nothing. We can do nothing without electricity. We can do nothing. And you see that this is the vine of the last days. This is the vine that was told to us that it would happen. This is the prophecy that was told to us. This is the fulfillment of it. That in the last days, the people of the last days would push back, and they would push back following the pattern set before you in Exodus, following that pattern. And they did follow it. They followed it all the way through to the 400 years, to the magicians casting down their rods. They have followed it through. They have built their magic city. They have built their world, and they have their wizards, and what their wizards have done is they have cast down their rods. They have done this, and we can see it. We can see it because the writing is on the wall. It's on the wall for our time. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like these videos. You can see all my videos at signoffire.com or yeshuaiscoming.com, and I will continue the rest of this video in just a little bit, the very next video. Thank you for watching.